So today we're going to talk about how to use SBA loans to expand your business in 2025. We're going to talk about some growth strategies and funding tips with Bo Eckstein. Hey, Bo.
All right, sounds like fun. Let's do it.
All right, so let's kick it off. What are the best SBA loan programs for business expansion, and how do they compare?
Business expansion is usually the 7A. You can get up to 100% financing on an expansion. So that could be real estate. It could be buying existing businesses. You can do a lot with it. Sometimes we'll look at the 504, which is more for commercial real estate or machines.
What kind of businesses are ideal candidates for SBA expansion loans?
Any type of business, really, that's eligible. Nothing in cannabis or money lending, but pretty much every other business is eligible. So you could be a CPA, you could be a doctor, you could have a trucking logistics business, you could have a pet care grooming business. Really, most businesses out there are eligible.
How does a lender determine if a business is strong enough to qualify for expansion financing?
So typically, not all, but some of the more conservative banks, they're going to say, okay, we want to see that you're debt servicing your existing business, which makes sense, right? Like they can cash flow their existing debt. And then what are they expanding into? And then usually that's more of a projection based unless you're doing a business acquisition. So it's got to make sense. Some banks scrutinize a little bit more. Like I have a deal right now, which is we got really good rates, but they scrutinize the deal more, meaning we were doing a business expansion and buying in another building, and our total loan was like 1.7 million on the expansion. And they said, well, because you don't debt service at a 1-to-1, including the new debt, we had to cut the loan down. Now that's very conservative. Most banks aren't like that, but we're getting them a rate that's 2.5% better than market. So there's reasons why we do certain things, but generally, if the story makes sense and you have a good track record, there's a bank that will do it off the projection, so we can make it work. And that's what we do is we help kind of navigate which bank would do it, where are we going to have the less red tape, or if you're rate driven and you understand that you're going to be, if you're an A borrower, we can take you to certain banks because they're going to scrutinize the crap out of you. So if you're okay with that, and that's what we'd like to paint the picture. Look, we're going to take you to this bank. The rates are really good, but we got to be dialed in. We got to make sure cash flows that we can cash flow the existing debt and the new debt at a 1-to-1 ratio, and we'll get you the best rates. But if not, then we do a lender that's more aggressive, and their pricing's a little bit higher because they're more aggressive, and they sell off in the secondary market. SBA loans, 80 and 90% of the banks sell off the guarantee in the secondary market, so they have to get a certain margin to make the deal profitable enough for them to sell it. Other banks' portfolio the whole deal, and they'll never sell off. So we know how to navigate all this. It's a little bit over your head probably watching this right now, but that's why one call with us, going to bookwithbo.com, we can help you figure out which way to go.
Cool. Can SBA loans be used to acquire competitors or open new locations?
Totally. We call that like a roll-up. So you own an HVAC company, the competitor down the street is selling, they're retiring. You can buy that business. You can get up to 100% financing on a business acquisition, a business expansion acquisition. We call it a roll-up.
Cool. What's one underrated tip business owners should know before applying for expansion financing?
Well, they're really going to look at your existing. So if you're running losses right now, it's going to be hard to sell an expansion because they're like, well, the last 3 years you've been running a loss. Versus if you're profitable, you've got a good balance sheet, it's a lot easier to get expansion financing. So it's also easier to get 100% financing if you're buying real estate with that expansion because then they have collateral. But we can still do the deal no matter what. But those are all the variables. Some lenders out there that do SBA only want to do SBA deals with real estate involved. Some of them will do deals where there's no real estate involved and they don't care if there's a $5 million shortfall. That's the way they are. They're cash flow lenders. Hi guys, Bo Eckstein here, and I'm with Baby Bo. Baby Bo is just a little over 4 months. He's my first child, my wife and I. So if you want to create legacy for your family, I highly suggest you go to our Business Ownership Summit. You can find all the events we're doing. Primarily, they're all free. You can go to boeckstein.com/events. And I hope to see you at one of our events where we teach business ownership, how to leverage SBA financing, tax strategies. I'm not a CPA and an attorney, but we bring CPAs on. You're going to learn why everyone should own a small business. So I hope you attend. Go to boexting.com/events. I'll see you at the next one. Hey guys, Bo Eckstein here. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe to this channel. We talk all things financing. I've been in the lending industry for over 20 years, and I'm happy to answer your questions and provide great content.